Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, I want to show you something really fun, and that is me using the fusion champion that we have right now going on in the game. The one I'm talking about is Zinogre Blademaster, and I wanted to see what she can do in other places apart from the obvious ones, okay? So the obvious place looking at her kit is going to be using her in Fire Knight because she has a ton of multi-hits, okay? I already mentioned in my previous videos that she can be useful because she's limited, she has lots of multi-hits, can be good for Fire Knight, and especially can be good for the Fire Knight stages when we're talking about the Cursed City of Cintranos. For normal stages, she's going to be amazing because she brings, again, lots of multi-hits, increased speed, weaken, decrease attack. But when it comes to the hard stage, she is still good, but not as good as somebody else like a Gnut that also brings some freeze. Like, if she had some freeze in her kit, that would make her even better. However, she's still not a bad champion. But in today's video, what I wanted to test out with her is see how she can perform in the Demon Lord clan boss, okay? So what I'm gonna do right now, let me see, hopefully I still have the preset saved. What I tried to use her in was a Deaconeater team, okay? The reason why I went with specifically this team is because she has in her kit the weaken on the A1, okay? And for this Deaconeater team, normally you would you have the decreased defense already that Deacon provides, and you're missing obviously the weaken and some poisons, but you can play around with some toxic sets and whatnot. If you have the Seeker variation of this, it could still work. However, it would not be the best because she does not have decreased defense in the team. But I know that there's plenty of people that do not have a Seeker even to this day, but they have a Deacon, so this might be the best team that they have. So I'm just gonna do a quick battle so you see exactly the damage that I do and exactly the damage that she does, and then I'm gonna show you the builds, the presets and whatnot. So let's have a look. Quick battling. It should obviously be a 1-key. I already did a run yesterday, so you can see we did a 1-key. It's a quick battle. It's full auto, which makes it the best because obviously now they have the quick battle feature. This is what we're obviously going to be looking at. Teams that can perform full auto without having to do the preset, so it can just be like one click and that's about it. So if you have a look at it, like I said, we're well over the 1-key. 15 million from Deacon, 12 million from the Maneater, 7 million from Painkeeper. And she comes with 33 million, which is a respectable amount of damage considering she brings no poisons. She doesn't bring like, some other crazy ways of doing damage. Just she brings the weaken and raw damage. And having the weaken from her also she will obviously boost everybody else's damage. So the fact that she does 33 million is not so bad, considering that the fact that in the build that I have her right now, she could also be useful for Fire Knight, okay? Maybe not for the highest stages of the hard Fire Knight, but for the lower stages or for normal Fire Knight, she's still gonna be good. And the only reason why she would not be that good for high stages of hard Fire Knight is because of the speed that she has in this team. But there might be some quirky ways that you could use her still for hard Fire Knight because of her multi-hits, but for that one, like I said, you'd prefer her to be a little bit faster. So what are the presets for the Deaconeater in order for this to be full auto? Well, first thing, it's pretty simple. For Deacon, you want to have priority 1, the A3, second priority, the A2. Then the fast Maneater, you want to have the A3 as the first priority, the A2 as the second priority. The reason why I want to make this be a priority is because sometimes the Maneater choose to not use the A2 if there's no decrease attack out there. They keep on trying to do the A1 to land the decrease attack. And obviously for an unkillable team, you don't care about the decrease attack. So that's why I'll always make them prioritize this as well as the second priority. Then the slow Maneater, same thing, A3 first priority, A2 second priority, but make the slow one open with the A2, okay? And that way it's going to be full auto. Then with Painkeeper, same principle, A3 the first priority, A2 the second priority. Now, when it comes to Zinogre Blademaster, what you want her to use in this fight is the A1 and the A3. You do not want to have the A2. The reason for that is, first of all, she gains third meter while she uses her A2, so that's not going to help. And then secondly, she also brings an increased speed. For this type of a team, you do not want her increased speed. Also, I want to mention, if you guys want me to make a, early mid-game killable team using her, by also having, taking advantage of the leech, decrease attack and weaken, which are amazing debuffs when we're talking about the when we're talking about this type of a team, when it's a killable one, where, you know, you want the decrease attack, you want the leech to help out heal, just leave it in the comments below and I can do a team with that. But like I said, basically all she uses the A3 and the A1. And the only little bit of a downside to this team, or I guess more to her kit, is something that I saw that with Jedi also mentioned in his video, is the fact that her having leech, or in my case also have leech from Deacon, makes it a little bit counterintuitive to her kit because of the passive, okay? And this is the passive that I'm talking about, the first part. Increases the damage this champion deals by 1% for every 1% HP loss, stacks up to 50%. This increased damage doubles if the target is under a decreased defense. So this is, we're basically losing like 100% damage by healing up so much so fast. So I'm trying to think like what other team I could use her where she would not heal up that much. Maybe I could do it in a something like a, what's it called, I think it's called Batman Forever. But that variation that would be using the stun neck instead of the block damage, because if you're trying to use it in a block damage comp, she obviously will lose no HP and she will not gain that much HP back. So maybe in something like that, or maybe even in the Seeker variation where I would not give her maybe, or block her from using the A3 and just make her use A1 over and over again. Because of her passive, she might do a ton of damage. I might have to test that one out as well to see, because we might still do a ton of damage even by losing the decreased defense, because we would gain the increased attack from Seeker in that variation. But still, the damage that we saw that she did is pretty respectable. Like I said, 33 million on her. It's definitely a good amount of damage for you know, for a legendary that can be useful in other areas, especially with the speed lead in dungeons. So let's have a quick look at the builds. So first thing, I have Deacon in a toxic set. You want to have him at 226 speed, then as much damage as you can get. You can see the not perfect stats, over 230 accuracy, so you can land a decreased defense. And then I have him down the War Master and then down the support tree. Then the fast Maneater is running at 278, again, over 100% crit rate, good crit damage, good attack. You don't care about accuracy. I just have him in a random swift parry because that's what I had on him. Again, he's running War Master and Retribution. This is really important for the killable, for the unkillable comps with Maneater Surnix. You want to make sure you have Retribution, obviously War Master, but also Life Drinker if you don't have a leech, because this is how these types of comps do damage. The more you heal back up and you get hit by the boss, you have a chance to keep rocking this and therefore keep doing War Master damage. So these are the mandatory masteries that you want for unkillable comps. Not block damage ones, unkillable. Like, keep that in mind. Then the slow Maneater is in some random pieces, 1 crit damage, 1 cruel. He needs to run at 253 speed. Again, 100% crit rate, good attack, a lot of crit damage. Obviously, you need to have them fully booked. That's important. Same masteries as the first one, the second Maneater. And then Painkeeper, I do have like perception, doesn't really help. It's just I threw whatever stats I could because I'm on the test server on her to hit the speeds that I wanted, and that was about it. So Painkeeper needs to be 252, 100% crit rate, good crit damage, and then attack and defense, because she's gonna scale off of these ones more. You would maybe try to focus more defense than attack, because on Nightmare, I think on the early ones, you want the fast Maneater and the Painkeeper not to take the first stun. After the first stun happens, you're good to go. Like, even if you're running this on full auto, it's not full auto like the whole key, but it runs full auto and you see that Deacon takes the first stun, that's fine. Deacon can take the first stun because before he gets his second turn, when he would have to use the A3 and normally would lose a cooldown, Painkeeper resets that, so it should work just fine. And then the main event, Zinogre Blademaster, I ran her in a Relentless. Okay, because for the unkillable comps, like not the ones that are using Demetha, where you have the increased speed and you need to keep that on, but for the other ones, you can use her in a Relentless. So obviously this Relentless build will also work for Fire Knight, will also work for any other area of the game, and it makes her dish out a ton of damage. So she needs to be at 201 speed, over 100% crit rate, again, a bit over crit capped, good crit damage, good attack, and I also gave her accuracy to land the weaken especially, but also I guess it helps for this leech. The fact that she provides increased attack to herself makes her even better for this Deacon team, because, well, the Deacon variation of the Bat Eater, which normally is with Seeker, that brings increased attack, is lacking that increased attack. So the fact that she gives herself that increased attack makes her just the perfect candidate to be the DPS in the Deaconeater comp. When it comes to masteries, she's down the offense tree, obviously Giant Slayer, as you can see behind me, and then down the support tree, again, same principle. You want retribution so she can counterattack and heal back up, and then just keep doing a ton of damage. But I guess this is gonna be it for today's video. If you enjoyed the guide, guys, leave it in the comments below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and again, let me know if you want me to make a killable comp using her with, I'm gonna try and see whatever are the most free-to-play champions I could use, like, you know, some epics, maybe only epics alongside her. One thing that, for example, we are missing on damage over here, and we could pump out a ton more damage, is if I actually had an awakening for her, okay? Because unfortunately there's no awakening for her unless there's one randomly, just me being lucky. No awakening. But if we did have an awakening for her, we could even give her Brimstone, because she would be the legendary in the team, and by having Brimstone, that would add like 5 to 10 million damage easily just by having that Brimstone in the team as well. But anyway, this is gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.